to me. Don, Judge Don, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Why are
Mrs.
you
Mary.
laughing? I've always told them I've never been a fan of politics. In fact, don't even bring any gist where concern politics. I don't want to hear them. You've not noticed?
No, I haven't.
You've not? Okay, welcome to the club. I talk health. I breathe health. I eat, I sleep health. Politics, zero. Zero. I leave that for Barry Cosmos. Okay, people, welcome and thank you so much for your company this morning. My name, as always, remains Mary Omeni Wode. You can call me the Slim Diva, your most adorable. And yes, last week, Thursday and Friday, we unveiled one of the latest Tachalugos, right here at Echo FM 100.7. And she has joined the family. She'll be anchoring Straight Talk with Barry Cosmos. And she'll be joining me as a co-host as well on Health Revolution. Give it up for the beautiful, ever blazing.
Calm down now. Calm down.
Let me hype you small. Now, what for you?
Calm down.
You know what it is to be an Achalugo here at Echo FM. Okay. Judge Don Ekoma, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And
it's your
you?
first day on Health Revolution.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, her smile is contagious. You want to see that smile? Go to Facebook page Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are also live on YouTube as well, Echo FM 100.7. And yes, together we'll rock your boat when it comes to Health Revolution.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly, before we go ahead with the topic for today, I would like to give some update. Very, very important. I want you to stay back, listen to the update I have got for you. I'll start up with this one that says the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted dust haze and cloudiness from Monday to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook released yesterday in Abuja envisaged slight dust haze on Monday, which is today, across mostly the northern region throughout the forecast period. And also, according to NIMET, a few states such as Borno and Yobe are to experience moderate dust haze with horizontal visibility ranging from 2 kilometer to 5 kilometer during the forecast period. It also predicted thunderstorms with light rains over parts of Lagos, Oyo, Ondo, Ogun, Edo, Bayelsa, Cross River, Rivers, Delta, and Akwa Ibom states later in the day. And then NIMET urged the public to take necessary precautions as dust particles are in suspension, especially in the northern region, the north central region, and the inland states of the south. According to the agency, people with asthmatic health conditions and other respiratory issues should be cautious of the weather condition. I'm even surprised I did not see Imo State as part of the states that would experience light rains. Are you aware it rained briefly? It drizzled.
That's why it's
Will I call
surprised.
that drizzling?
No, it's rained.
It rained, right?
Yeah.
It drizzles, somehow. This morning, I'm even surprised I'm not seeing Imo State here. Yes, you are in the studio. Maf King, you're surprised. Are you lost?
Yeah, there was a day we were actually here and it rained outside and we did not know.
Okay, so today, I'm talking of today.
No.
Few hours ago, yeah, it did. It actually drizzled, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so I don't know what to call it, if we are still in the Harmattan season or we are gradually sliding into rainy season. I do not know, but someone told me the other day and said, now, wow, I don't even understand what's happening with our weather anymore. It seems more like the world is coming to an end. It shouldn't end. Okay. We'll talk more about that. All right. And so let me gist you people. Something that happened just recently. The NDLEA actually arrested a woman. God, guess what this lady did? She pretended like she was pregnant and then stuffed a lot of hard drugs in that stomach, thinking that she would evade, security forces and all that. Well, according to the operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, they foiled attempts by suspected traffickers to smuggle illicit drugs through the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport and the Seme border. And then, according to them, they said while they were there foiling these attempts, they uncovered substances hidden in a fake pregnancy and inside a suspect's stomach. Now, according to the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, who is Femi Babafemi, he disclosed this via his X handle yesterday, and he said that a 35-year-old businesswoman by name Rabi Mohammed was intercepted at the Seme border while attempting to cross to Cotonou. And then officers became suspicious after noticing her protruding stomach. A search later revealed that her pregnancy was fake and that she had strapped a pink-colored calabash to her abdomen containing 3,200 capsules of tramadol intended for sale across the border. And then a body scan was done. And that body scan confirmed that she also ingested illicit drugs, after which she was placed under observation and later excreted 82 wraps of cocaine weighing 1.49 kilogram. Not be small thing. So they keep devising new means
But it's
every
actually not
time.
new. People have been doing it.
No, I'm talking of this particular one of now faking pregnancy. I mean, to some extent, when it comes to certain crimes, women, they don't really pay much attention to women. I know what I'm trying to say. But now, whether you're really pregnant, truly pregnant, or due, almost getting, to the point of delivery, they will search you. I don't know if you understand. So I believe, if not that she was caught, she would have scaled through, successfully, and these drugs would have gone into the hands of, innocent individuals, especially people who would want to be introduced into drug peddling and all of that. Okay, and then the last update for you this morning says that NAFDAC, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, has uncovered a warehouse stocked with banned, counterfeit and unregistered cosmetic products valued at over 3 billion naira at the APT Trade Fair Complex in Lagos. They actually posted this on their X account yesterday, and they noted that the facility was concealed within an unfinished building and was allegedly used to store products for distribution while evading regulatory scrutiny. Now, amongst the items that they recovered were 728 cartons of, I'm going to mention so that people will know, 728 cartons of Crusader soap, 718 cartons of E45 soap, and quantities of extract gold whitening soap, brands previously banned by the federal government due to safety concerns. Apart from the cosmetics, they also found assorted perfumes, body oil, and cooking oil. Well, that's all for the update. But to touch on what I just said, if you look at the what do they call it now? The kinds of soap that were mentioned, they are all the skin lightening kind of soap. And the women of these days go to the market. Once they notice that a particular soap has the whitening, I don't know how to put this now, they go for it immediately without first of all doing their ground research to know if that particular soap has some chemicals that might be harmful to the body. So NAFDAC is saying that people should be careful, people should be cautious, because what they do most of the time, most of these products, when they are banned, people take them to their warehouses and repackage them and then sell to unsuspecting people. So everyone has to be very, very cautious. Please, I beg you, especially the women who are listening at this time. Okay, so shall we go over to the topic for today? This topic, quite controversial. I know it's been there for years. In fact, the moment we unravel, unwrap, which other word? Uncover. Thank you. The moment we uncover what we have for you this morning, you'll be shocked at the extent at which all of us, including me in the studio, have exposed ourselves to a form of food poisoning. I'm telling you, I was shocked the moment I stumbled on these research papers, and I had no other choice than to bring it to the front burner. What we want to talk about is of public health concern. Very, very serious issue that even you, in your wildest imagination, wouldn't have ever, thought about it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. I want to talk about commercial grinding machines and food poisoning. There's nobody in this studio that has not used commercial grinding machines at some point.
Yeah, even
you
if it's
haven't.
Just once or twice.
Your name sounds foreign. Dawn, Dawn. She Dawn, W. Dawn is a foreigner. So I guess she hasn't used any of the commercial grinding machine. If you have, tell us. So not be to the laugh. Tell us. Let's know. Have you ever gone to the market to grind tomatoes, to grind beans?
I don't like that commercial grinding machine.
But at some point,
yes,
did you use it?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Any experience when you used it?
It's horrible. In fact, I remember the guy when I told the guy, "Oh, Bobo, I beg, rinse this thing where we rinse am." He said, you go fetch water for me.
Okay.
I don't rinse am now. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is messy.
And you see them economizing the water that they have.
Very good.
That is even, by the way, a woman shared her story and said that she took beans, to the market to grind.
Okay.
And then someone was before her.
Okay.
They had finished grinding, I think it was tomato and pepper, yes. And then immediately after that woman was done, she was next.
Okay.
She made sure she was there to, use sachet water. Okay. She had to buy sachet water herself to clean up the engine before the guy poured the beans.
Sachet water, how many, if I may ask, please?
Just normal, I don't know. I wouldn't know the quantity, but she said she put in enough. That's not even the bone of contention.
Okay.
Now, while the guy poured the beans into the grinder, I'm tempted to call it blender. Don't mind me. Now, he turned it on and the thing started, grinding. Everything was moving normally until she said she spotted a line of dark colored grease coming out from the engine, trickling down the beans she was grinding.
Okay.
And she's like, wait, stop the engine, wait, let me remove, that black substance. And the man said, I bet wait be that one now. This thing are normal thing where they come out from engine. Now you not go leave them. And the woman said, no, don't tell me that. Can't you see that thing is grease? And they started arguing. And the next thing, the guy started insulting her. You not troublemaker. You not see people where grind before you. And many people complain, And she was really furious. Now, that is one story out of many. I've experienced it at some point too, especially when you want to grind beans, because beans is white. You notice it, early enough.
Conspicuous.
Thank you. What of tomato? Most of the time, because of the onion, some people put not in chan, what they call the curry leaf, ginger, garlic. You might not notice that dark color. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Now, millions and millions of Nigerians and Imolites patronize these people on daily basis. Go to the markets. Some women, maybe due to their work schedule, would have to, stop by at the market, buy tomatoes and say, I beg. If I carry them, go house, no way where I go take grind them.
Yeah.
They enter there. Now, I'm not talking about the hygiene of those grinders. I'm not talking about the environment, because that is another topic for another day. You go to where these people grind the stuff that you and I eat, you won't even see where to put your leg in most of the cases. The whole place will be messed up. Muddy water everywhere, smelling tomato, they grind beans, they'll pour it there, pum, and then flies. So we don't want to even focus on the hygienic aspect when it comes to patronizing grinders, people who use the locally fabricated grinding machines. No. We are going to focus rather on the toxicity and the food poisoning that comes up as a result of us patronizing these people. You know why? Most of those agents are not properly serviced. Most of them are not properly maintained. Someone uses an engine today. He pours water. The moment everybody is done, he'll just rinse it, and that is it. They carry it, go and dump it wherever they dump it. The following morning, they bring it out again. And Mama Ada, Mama Nkechi will go patronize. Just like that. Day in, day out. They use it to grind soya bean. I don't know if you've seen where they mill soya bean.
Yeah.
When you even enter into that environment, you ask yourself, when was the last time they washed this engine? Or when was the last time this environment was swept clean? They use it to blend guinea corn, grind what again? Many things. I can't even begin. Crayfish. Boboye. And then restaurants are usually the people who, because due to the large quantity of whatever they want to blend, they go to the market. They patronize these people. Yeah. And then they blend these things. Now, are you aware that in those things, you carry normal beans, so go to the market to go and grind? Normal fresh beans. But are you aware that Upon completion of the grinding, by the time you carry that beans back home, it has been contaminated with metal. I did not study physics, so I don't want to go deep into the other, components of metal and all that. But now you came out clean with a fresh whatever, and then you go back home with poison substance and you prepare for your family to eat. The problem now is not even when you eat it once. No. According to research, accumulation of these things over time will damage the organ. God, I want you to take your time and go back and do this research that we have done. You'll be amazed at what you're going to see. In fact, at some point, you tell yourself, that means I will not, in fact, I'm not going to eat anything I don't do, myself. Yeah. That begs a question. Why do we have a higher rate of cancer patients? Kidney failure. It could be as a result of exposure to metal. I have a lot to say, but we are going to break it down. Don is here. Don, help us understand food poisoning for the benefit of people who are just tuning in. Let's try to break it down one after the other, and then before the end of the program, I know they will understand what we are trying to say.
Okay, now based on what Mrs. Mary is trying to say, from dirty grinder to germs growth to food contamination to person eating it and finally food poisoning. Now, Ms. Mary said she didn't want to go or delve into those areas, but in all honesty, those areas are what is actually prompting the food poisoning in the first place. Yes, because those are the things that actually accumulate, and those are the things we actually eat. I don't know if you're getting me. Okay, I want to use an instance with a very close friend of mine that actually ate jollof rice outside. Yes. The person was really hungry and he just entered one buka like that and he ate. After eating that jollof rice, the person began to poo-poo blood.
Oh my God.
Yes, that was that bad. Yes, after eating that thing, in fact, he did not last for like 2 seconds. He started having running stomach. And from that running stomach, he just called, CO. And that was it. The person was pooping blood. They had to run test upon test upon test just to ensure that. And that thing was not just ordinary. Apart from pooping, the person was also throwing up. And the things the person was throwing up was actually greenish in color.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you're getting me. So
God.
Those things are actually important. That tomatoes you're going outside to go and grind, that tomato is already contaminated. That is just it. Because when we go there, that engine has not been unscrewed. They've not unscrewed that engine. They've not pulled everything out and then take a good look at it and use hard sponge or something like what do you call this thing? Is it
hard brush or something?
Apart from the brush, like Vin, either Vin or these eggshells to scrub that iron very well. Then when you're done scrubbing it and bring it out, some people just feel like because I make food or because I grind something, just come and do your thing and go, and then they make money from it. They don't want to know whether you are getting anything from that particular thing. So when we talk about food poisoning, though it comes from different angle, but you see that commercial grinding machine, that is the standpoint of where we start getting that food poisoning. Because when we go home, we don't really cook that thing. That's another thing. There are some persons that when they want to cook tomatoes, they won't actually cook that tomatoes dry. They want to drink that water. They want to feel the water of the stew coming out from that tomato. So when they cook that tomato dry, some will cook it dry, they feel like they've cooked it. But so we cook it and you still see the water there. They like it like that. And that thing has not been cooked to kill the so-called germs we have contaminated from that commercial grinding machine. So that machine, please, market men and women, they should unscrew. Take time and do it. That means somebody using that commercial machine has been using it for 10 years. And I bet you, not for once has that person unscrewed that thing to clean that thing up. So what are we trying to say? So we would definitely have it one way or the other. And like one time Miss Mary was talking about malaria. Every time we always complain of malaria. It's actually not malaria. Sometimes we should go outside of malaria drug and just take a good look at ourselves, and then we'll find out a lot of things that has been going on in our system.
It is terrible. I've been here shouting because what we have eaten with this our mouth.
It's true.
Oh my God. We know that most people are experiencing erratic power supply in different parts of Nigeria. It's not like we don't have blenders at home. We have blenders, But how many people can even afford to buy, petrol or fuel
Yes,
to
that's another
use?
thing.
And then the quantity, how many blenders can contain? For instance, you have a restaurant who sells food to people from morning till night. How much tomato, how many baskets of tomato can you blend with just your blender at home? So at some point, you have to still depend on these commercial grinders in the market. That is the truth. A clinical toxicologist who asks not to be named because according to him, it's not in his jurisdiction to actually speak on these things, said that chronic exposure to heavy metals through food is real, but often underestimated. And then he went on to say that it's a driver of kidney disease. Nigeria has a rising crisis of chronic kidney disease, and the public tends to blame high blood pressure.
Yeah.
They blame diabetes. They blame, other underlying, health conditions. And they don't even, usually blame environmental and dietary exposure to toxic metals, which is the main thing. Now, he said that metals do not leave the body quickly. The moment you ingest just a small amount every day, from your pepper to your bean to your groundnut to your tomato, every day you ingest, you keep ingesting, the cumulative dose over the years becomes extremely dangerous.
Yes.
You can go to our Facebook page and you see live videos of these
See the
commercial.
buckets.
See the environment. No, we will say it how it is. See the environment where these people are grinding what people will eat. That's why I say I don't
See
want
the
to
bucket.
leave the bucket safe. I don't. Hey,
God.
Jesus is Lord. I don't want to focus on the environment because if you do, you won't even eat outside. You won't even eat. You won't even eat. I know what I'm saying. So he says that consumption of these things over a period of time accumulates and then becomes extremely dangerous. And then he says that kidney damage usually progresses without symptoms until it becomes advanced in most cases. By that time, you start to experience fatigue, swelling, reduced urination, and so on and so forth. That's when you know that there is a problem. Meanwhile, the damage has been done over time by overconsumption of metals. Let me give you examples of these metals. Lead, cadmium, iron, copper, zinc, manganese. They say it's arsenic. Amamkewa arsenic. Chromium. Ihula chromium.
You can imagine those things you're supposed to use outside. You're putting it inside.
Thank you. And then people consume these things
lead
over
alone
time.
is very, very dangerous.
Lead, right?
Yes.
Very, very poisonous to the to the body. And then people don't know. And then you see them spending billions and billions of naira on dialysis and kidney transplant. We don't have this thing in our family. I don't know how, this person was able to come down with kidney failure. It is terrible what is going on. And it's good we are raising this awareness so that people will know. We're not spoiling business for anybody.
And the bad thing is the attitude of those involved in
Thank
this.
you.
The attitude is very bad.
Thank you. Worst of it all is that most of these local grinding machines, people who operate them close to the gutters. We don't even want to talk about, because there are a lot of things that come with this thing. We've not talked about noise pollution.
Yeah.
We've not talked about the smoke, being a fume
The fume. No smoke.
that people inhale. Even operators of those grinding machines, are you aware that while they operate trying to make money, they are also exposing themselves to these metals? Because while I was doing my research, I found out that it's not just when you eat it. It can also penetrate through your body. That one is even worse. So these people, these operators, in a bid to make money, expose themselves daily to the toxic, God of mercy. I don't even know what to say anymore. But in Nigeria, there are reports of increasing incidents of cardiovascular diseases and organ failure. Now you know that it could be as a result of heavy metal poisoning. People are just hearing this for the first time. Okay, so I don't want to go deep. Before we continue with the rest of the conversation, I think we should throw open the phone line so that people can call in and add their voices to what we are saying and, make their submissions known and contribute to the topic for today.
Okay, the phone numbers to call is 0911 2000 20022 and then 070454 1014. I'll call it again 0911 20,000 07074541014.
Okay, let me take it again 0911 20,022, or you call 0707 454 1014. Alternatively, send us a WhatsApp message on 0707 491 3438. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sister.
Brother, welcome.
you How are you doing?
We are doing great. What's your name?
My name is Collins. I'm calling from Transodo.
Okay, Collins, go ahead quickly.
Thank God you people are letting us to know what is happening.
Thank you very much.
God continue to bless you people.
And you too.
Let us see what we will do. Whether we stop going to that that grinder again and know what to do. We have a butter. We have to pan pepper, to pan everything. So I don't know the reason why we're recognizing those people at them. Thank you for letting us know.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you,
too.
Collins. Thank you so much. Oh, I did not, before they will go and misquote me, Mary, see, we should not patronize local grinders, and then they will come here and protest at our office that we are spoiling business. No, that's not what I said, oh, please. Okay? I'm only trying to
Yes,
alert you. Open up your eyes so that you now make your decision.
Yeah.
Please, I beg you. This is something we should not, handle with kids' gloves. No, not again. We are now becoming aware, and that's why we're spreading the word. Hello?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
morning.
This is Steve calling from Oji.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, I heard you people say this morning. In fact, it is awesome. So, but my advice to those grinders and people that are selling food, because I know it's not only the grinders. You can also talk about those people that are selling food. Sometimes when you go to environment where they normally sell their food, because there's something that people normally say in Igbo, "Nanya nefujo, ahumani." You will see that most places like that, you see very, very dirty. You can't even sit down there and eat. And sometimes when you are eating, you will see flies inside the food you are eating.
Oh.
Sometimes you will see hair. You will see hair. Like, you people are talking about the grinders. What you are saying is pure truth. But it's not only them. The people that are cooking are dirty. You can see the clothes they are wearing. Sometimes you look at their dressing, you will be discouraged to eat. If you look at their hair, it is advisable that when you want to cook, you need to tie your hair. But sometimes you see they are not doing it. When you go there to eat, you see hair inside the food, which is very, very wrong. You see flies, you see things you shouldn't see. So my advice to both the grinders and the people that are cooking, the grinders should always make their machines neat. And the people that are cooking should also make their environment to look welcome, so that people will see it and they would like to patronize them.
Okay.
So that's my own advice. Thank you very, very much for
Thank
this
you.
wonderful teaching.
Thank you, Piso. I appreciate you. Thank you. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about when it has to do with food that we consume daily. She made mention of people who sell these things.
Yeah.
I once went to somewhere to buy food, and then the woman was scratching her hair and using that same hand to collect money, using that same hand to check if the G otinyere na fire was getting black. Use that same hand. Auntie, which one you want? Cut the plantain, cut the yam.
I'm done.
That same hand. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. Most of the time when I say these things, I laugh, but it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not.
It is not funny. I know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead. More calls. Hello.
Hello. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yes, good morning.
Name
Hi. Good morning.
I wish you a very wonderful week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dawn is here. Dawn is here as well.
Don, I knew, I guess
No, she's
One of
not a
our
guest, though. She's now one of
okay.
us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you
This
very much,
engineer
sir.
Chinonso speaking.
Okay.
Please, in the issue of what you're saying this morning, when you start looking at all these things, I don't think you can even buy ketchup water on the road and drink.
Hi.
In Nigeria here, we've made ourselves to understand that, well, in our marketplaces alone, the environment and every other thing, you see all these vegetables and everything, you see people putting nylon on the floor. We are sampling the ugu, tomato, the pepper itself, and every other thing. All those things are they not too well to contaminate what you are eating. You see everywhere flooded with dirty waters and every other thing. You see people rushing. Madam, see them get 100.
Hi.
See them get 500.
Yeah.
So at the end, you still move to where you grant. Looking at the environment where you grant, both their bucket and every other thing, once you are seeing, both the unsealed. Yeah, when you start looking at all these things, you won't eat anything. And people who are celebrating, today is my wedding, today is my, how do you go about your granding without patronizing these people? You understand all these things?
I get you.
It's not something you just blend. Let me blend. Is there anything how you can run away from all these things? Absolutely no. You still patronize them. How, okay, when you want to go and you tell that person, okay, please lose your machine. Start cleaning it. After cleaning, so you can grant my own. All those things, it's not possible. So let God help us in this country.
Amen.
It's too much.
It's
People,
too
I don't
much,
talk
oh.
about people who are even preparing it. You see somebody preparing food in the smoke there with all the whole sweat, using her hand to bring out the whole sweat. Some of them inside the food,
Hi.
they still use it to prepare the whole thing and bring it out. This food is delicious. So what do we do? Which one do we talk about? You let God help us.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you
Have a
so
wonderful
much.
working day.
You too. It's all part of seasoning. You remove sweat from your head. Bam, you do. You are talking.
But-
Yeah,
but-
yeah,
but-
500 spit is entering inside the food. You are. Oh, jeez.
They'll tell you the food is sweeter in that manner.
It's sweeter in the manner. Heavy metal poisoning occurs when metals get into your body, and this can happen if you're exposed to large amounts of metals.
Yes.
For people who eat a lot of food that contains metals, like we have said, you might not even know that you have metal in your body already. You might not know. So you go to grind any of these things we have mentioned, just know that you have been eating metal.
Yeah.
When you drink water from older water supply system, for instance, we are lucky in this part of Nigeria, we have water in abundance. If you go to places like Enugu, where they depend on water tankers, to bring water to them, yes, most people drink from that water. Did you ask yourself, when was the last time they washed those tanks? You know that those tanks are also metallic in
Yes,
nature.
they are.
Not plastic because of going up and down so that it doesn't, get damaged. When last did they wash those metallic tanks? That is another way metal enters into your body. Ew! Wanka, who do us? Okay, when you work with metals, I already mentioned some of these grinders, the operators, they don't even know that they themselves are exposing themselves to these toxic chemicals. Then people who take medications or supplements with high amounts of metallic elements are also exposed to metals. Handling metals or products made with large amounts of metal, like paint, even paint has some metals. Pesticides have some metals. And then they use these things without what we call the protective equipment, the PPE. Personal protective equipment. It goes on to affect them the most. Okay, so I don't even want to talk much, but according to research, heavy metals can enter your body when it also absorbs through your
Yes.
skin. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
not only when you eat it. When you breathe in
As
these
long as you're
heavy
in that
metals.
area.
Yes. Or you inhale the tiny metal molecules. What of the elderly women who sell around those places where these machines are operated?
And we just see it as is normal.
It's normal. Those people who sit close to those engines, they are also inhaling metals. So you see, it's a big problem. Oh, even if you want to regulate these people, where will you start from? Where?
They're not willing to learn.
Where do you even want to start from?
They're not.
That's another issue. We have thousands of operators in Nigeria. I don't want to talk of, let's just use only Lagos as an example.
Oh.
Let's not talk about Imo. Let's go to Lagos.
Okay.
Do you know the population they have in Lagos? If you want to even regulate, where will you start from? And then most of these people are, I'm sorry to use the word,
But
very
if the government
stubborn.
wants to do that, they will definitely do that.
They will do it, right? That's what you
Yes,
feel.
Yes.
And you
If they
think that
want-
these people will listen.
They will definitely do that. When they put you in prison or they tell you that you will have a jail term or they will seize whatever it is around you, you will definitely want to, adhere to instructions. But when it comes to food, government is not even interested. They've not even done the needed. Is it food now they will now put their eyes
That's
on?
another issue. I heard someone say there is the formal sector and informal sector. And then that person went on to say that these people who operate local grinding machines belong to the informal sector. So officials do not get to those places. That's what it means. But when you talk about formal sector, you have companies. NAFDAC will go and raid warehouses, raid industries. That one is the formal sector. We have Standard Organization of Nigeria. Is it CPC, Consumer Protection or Corporation or Agency? I don't even know. CPC, right? We have CPC. We have SON. We have NAFDAC. What are they doing? We are here shouting, talking. E no go die here. Oh. People who have ear, let them hear. That's the essence of all of this talking. Someone came the other day and said, people are doing a great job. You keep sensitizing people, but I don't think the government is doing much. And I agree. Yes. Not just Imo State government.
Do the important one. Is it food?
That is
They'll
the
tell you,
problem.
what do I need to do? What do I
Thank
need
you.
to regulate in food?
Who and who makes up the government? Who and who makes up the Nigerian population? Without that man on the street, that boy on the street, that woman on the street, will you have a government? No. You will not. So it begs, I most times I sit down and I imagine why these people are the people you should be paying more attention to.
Very good.
Yes, but nobody cares. Why? You sit in your air-conditioned houses, offices, air-conditioned cars. You have power supply in your house. You have solar panels everywhere. You've even blocked the front of your entrance with solar panel. You have generating sets. What do they call this big one? Lisa. Yeah, you have all of those things. So you don't even care. If you want to blend 10 baskets of tomato and beans in your house, you have
can do
everything. You can do it. What of the common man that cannot afford those things and must patronize these grinding machines?
Because they want something smooth.
Thank you. What have you done? We've gone past the era of grinding, what do they call it? Grinding stones. Some people don't even know what grinding stones are anymore. Some people don't know because it has phased out.
Yes.
But, except you go to those interior rural places.
Especially the Yoruba land.
Pepe, ndi pepe. We've gone past grinding stones. We've gone past what do they
Mortar.
call it? Mortar.
Some people don't even have mortar and pestle.
Some
in their
people don't even
houses.
know what it is anymore. Why? Blender has taken over. Grinding machines have taken over. So whether we like it or not, we'll keep advancing. But in advancing, we have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
If not, we'll keep losing lives daily. The phone lines are really beeping. I'm sorry, guys.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Who are we speaking with?
Good morning to you. Welcome.
It's Dawn. Good
Good
morning to
morning.
you all.
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
My name is Samuel. Call from Nazareth.
You're welcome. Please go ahead, Samuel.
Oh. My dear Mary,
Yes, please.
so many things you have expressed. It's just like what you are doing is just like when somebody have not visited the hospital for checkup for a long time, you would think that he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But immediately you visit, the doctor will take you up and say, you have this, start taking this, stop taking this. You will not become afraid of yourself. My dear, what you are saying, there is every truth in it, but how can we avoid all those things in this failed system of government? Are you getting me?
I get
Yes.
you.
Yes, like me,
by the grace of God, I'm planning on how to stop using NEPA. You know, they are giving us heart attacks.
Who?
I'm
Nepa.
Nepa
light.
or EEDC.
One.
They have a new one now.
We,
They have a new one now. You know the new one, Abi?
we know them as NEPA now, so it does not go out of our memory.
Okay.
So, my dear, it's not everybody that has the money to really give themselves what they need at the time. But my dear, what you are just explaining, I decided to say the way God protects the ordinary Nigerians from attacks of evil. When the politicians are going with almighty bulletproof and security apparatus, God keeps protecting us. We go out and come in without any harm. That is how He keeps protecting us in this thing. So you are explaining. I'm not saying that checkmating it is bad, but my dear, how can you avoid all this?
Okay. Thank
Just
you.
that we should pray that as we keep on growing, God will give us the ability to handle things by ourselves in a cleanest manner.
Okay.
God bless you of you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you very
God bless
much.
you too, Samuel. How do we prevent these things? How do we handle it? How do we stop it? It's just by it's simple. Be observant. Be cautious. Be careful. We cannot be over careful. We cannot be over cautious. But I feel that if we know the right things to do and put them in place, my dear, most of these things will stop. By the time that local grinding operator, machine operator rather, notices that nobody comes there anymore due to the dirty environment, he will step up his game. Yes. By the time this Madam B, Madam C goes to that particular place and say, oh God, this your place too dirty, they smell. And then see your engine. When last you service your engine? By the time 5-10 people should ask him that question, he will step up. We cannot continue to do the old things the normal way because God has been saving us. God also gave you wisdom to use your teeth to count your tongue. Abina, to use your tongue to count your teeth. You understand what I'm saying? I better go ahead.
Okay, so what are the symptoms of heavy metal poisoning? Signs and symptoms vary, and Slim Diva is true. Most of all of these symptoms, they always have similarities. You're talking of malaria. We have chills. We have fever. Now we talk of COVID-19. We still have the same thing. So if I mention all of this, I want to ask a question. How do we draw the line that this is what is actually happening to us?
Okay, that's where proper diagnosis comes in. And that's why we tell people, do not self-medicate. You have some of these symptoms, which Don will reel out in few seconds.
Yeah.
Now, when you see some of these symptoms, to you is the normal fever. You might not even know that it might be metal poisoning. Quickly, symptoms.
Okay, abdominal pain, chills or low body temperature, dehydration, diarrhea, feeling weak, nausea or vomiting.
Oh, chim. Fever, malaria, typhoid, all with the same signs.
Yes.
No difference. You also have a scratchy feeling in your throat. Some will say it's sore throat. Numbness or prickly sensation in your hands and feet. And then other severe symptoms: abnormal heartbeat, arrhythmia, anemia, brain damage, memory loss, difficulty breathing, kidney damage, liver damage, miscarriage, risk of developing cancer. Did you hear all of the signs and symptoms we just read out? Okay, let's squeeze in more calls.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Good morning.
Good morning.
So who are we speaking with this morning?
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
can't
I'd have
hear
to
you,
let you
please.
go. Yes, your line is really bad. Change your position and call back. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who are we speaking with this morning?
Yeah, this is Awuja directly calling from Nikede.
Quickly,
Okay, you're
Awuja,
welcome.
go ahead.
You see, you've talked a lot of things that are real, but in all this, we still, Nigeria, our country has greatly improved based on what we were experiencing in the past. But what we are saying is to improve on our improvements. Then you see, you talked about Enugu or so, water tanker or something like that. But
Okay.
what about all of us here having our boreholes? How many times have we been able to wash our GP tanks or overhead tanks or something like that? We don't do that. A lot of them don't do that from time to time.
Okay.
Then you see, let me give you this instance. I went to one of the distance to eat one day. Then the gari they brought for me, I saw hair, human hair, on the gari. As I was about to complain of that, I saw this cockroach wing. Then this one, if this is trap, it will not catch me today. So what I did was to pay the woman and move away quietly. I didn't talk. I didn't say anything because so that they cannot hold me that I've spoiled their business. I just paid and went out pretending to be a gentleman. So a lot of things we need to, and government has not helped matters. Go to where town, see where I think the same road are this thing, where there are people are selling, they are urinating anyhow. Anything. Government don't make any arrangement. Go to a city primary school, where all those places people hold meetings on Sundays and this things.
Please
Those
summarize,
places because their toilets and this thing.
Abuja, please.
So what I'm saying is that please, the Yoya Radio is try to have a similar for all those food vendors and the other people, so that they can know what we are saying. Thank you,
Okay.
and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Messages on Facebook. Don, help us with this one. Ekejuba something.
Okay. Necherem. Good morning, Mrs. Mary and her colleague. Long time, ma.
I did the way you leave me.
Okay. Another person saying, I'm texting from Owaako. Honestly, I rather take some hours to grind on my mortar than to go out and grind.
Okay, that's because you have to grind in maybe low quantity of tomato or whatever it is. So
Okay.
maybe that's why. Okay.
And then from Gilead, Ebu. Good morning, the Slim Diva, and welcome, Don Ekoma. I appreciate the topic you are discussing today. As a matter of fact, these engine operators rarely pay attention to cleaning the grinding machine properly. Even when you draw their attention to the poor hygiene associated with what they are doing, they end up abusing the person. I suggest that our regulatory agencies go to our various markets and sensitize these machines operators. I am Gilead Ebu from Oji.
Thank you. And you have stated the obvious. They should go. Agencies, regulatory agencies, you have a lot of work to do. You listen to this program. We are not calling you out, okay? However, we are opening up your eye. Let's just assume that maybe you are confused. You don't even know where to go anymore. There are a lot of work. We have, I talked about pure water, sachet water and bottled water company the other day.
Yeah.
Now we are talking about machine operators. You have a lot of work to do. So start from somewhere. I have said it before. You see me, I'm ever prepared. Oh. If you want me to follow you with megaphone, Abi, go around and scream and shout, I go do am. Done, Abi, you not go follow me.
Why won't we
Thank
do
you.
it?
We will
Definitely
follow
do it,
you.
yes.
We will go, raise
It's
the alarm,
important.
shout. So that people will know that these things are
because our children are
unhealthy.
involved also, not
Thank
only
you.
the adults.
Thank you. Okay, so in summary, metal absorption of this toxic metals can affect the local grinder operators when they inhale this steam, when they inhale the fume, they inhale the dust, and also it can cause pulmonary fibrosis. Don't ask me what that is. It can cause siderosis, which is the welder's grinder's lung. Go and do your research, Amam. It can cause reduced lung function. It can cause heavy metal poisoning. It can cause organ damage, neurological effects, hypertension, heart disease. Long-term exposure is associated with increased blood pressure and cardiovascular disease.
Even our eardrums too.
We've not talked. That's why I say we'll not talk about noise pollution.
Even our eardrums.
Dermatitis. Direct contact with metal dust can cause allergic reactions, contact dermatitis and skin irritation. Eye injuries. Iron and steel dust particles commonly cause conjunctivitis, eye irritation. And that's why most of the time when you see some of these people who operate these machines, their eyes look red. And you're wondering what thing they happen, you get Apollo. Is metal
It's the
contamination.
metal,
We have to go, Dawn. We don't have time anymore.
Yes.
Parting words.
in all honesty, I think, like that lady said, even as much as her quantity is very small, please, we have to help ourselves by doing it ourselves. Even most times, if you don't want to grind, I think you can slice your tomatoes. I mean, there's nothing bad. It's still the tomatoes, since you're not using tin tomato.
We have one way in Nigeria. It's one way of
Yes.
doing things. So
No, we need to. We
In
need
this
to stop
country,
that, and that's the problem.
if
We
you
need
go
to
if you go
stop
to a
it.
restaurant now and they use knife to
I wasn't
slice
coming
tomato,
to them too. For these
They will tell
restaurants
you.
and hotels, they need to get their own machines. Since it's a commercial thing, is something that has to do with the public. They need to get their own machines so that they can actually use it to grind, clean it up, and then whenever they want to make use of it, they can actually, make use of it. That is
okay.
just it. So we shouldn't say because we want it like this, it must go like this. There are other ways to make something happen, and it will still come out looking good.
Thank you, Don. And someone said it's Don, Mrs. Don, or Don, or Don Baron. It is dawn, the dawning of a new day. DAWN, no W. Okay, parting words from me would be whatever is worth doing well
Yeah.
is worth doing well. Let me rephrase and leave it like that. You understand the grammar. Even if you have to buy these machines yourself, make sure it is serviced from time to time. Don't use one machine 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. You now pass it on. It has become what do they call it? That you pass on from generation to generation. You clean the
telling
nuts. You
you.
clean when one nut gets missing. You go and call Mavking because near one nut, you fix it back.
Looking black.
Service those things. I beg you. So we don't keep recording cases of organ failure. It is heartbreaking. We are laughing about these things, but it's not funny. It is not funny. Please, I beg you, put people into consideration in whatever business that you do. And then the environment. We have market unions. Yes, I skip them. It's not to go about collecting money, 100 naira, wete gogi, 50 naira, 200 naira. What do you do as well when it comes to hygiene? Do you also go to those places and warn them, give them strict warning to make sure that their environment is always properly clean? You don't do that. You're all after the revenue that you generate from the market. Nah, if we stay here, we won't go. I have to go. Thank you for listening. My name is Mary Omeniwo. They call me the Slim Diva, your most adorable.
And it's dawn.
Done. Done.
Maybe I'll get something to add to the
You
dawn.
say it's Alpha Dawn.
Yes,
We've not talked
okay.
about that. Alphalistic Alpha. We have to go. Mav King, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They know the city boy, be like say they want the condom. They can't they pay me, but I better tell them I so be like do. They wanna nana hala, baba hala, watch up over susu. But you take it, I gotta keep from bum bum. I shot the conquer, I know fit tire, music for banza, number to banka. The one man, I fought you back maka. I want to charge and I took yellow maka. Oju do man, I'm not going to maka. I know fit all I and I'm on knocker. Hello, Abaya, so study Brula. Don't you over and I get the babala. They don't stop me, you over there beside me. They just say kitty, kata, kitty. I see the laugh, they don't go fit deny it. They mean the wuru, wara, really, shit out of be try me, they don't go fit decide me. I be the higgy, they not the country one, and I only me survive it. I got the mini, wanna silly, Palana Mona Chimuso, Palana Mona Chimuso, Palana Mona Chimuso,
The song you just listened to is Muna Chinso by Chigozorin Victor Josiah from Amuhi Eluoma Uzuakoli, Bendel, local government area of Abia State, known with the stage name God Is Yes. Is an up-and-coming artist taking the music world by storm with his new single titled Muna Chinso. The track Muna Chinso is available on all music platforms including Audiomack, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music. Follow him on all social media handles at God Is Yes 10 on Instagram and TikTok. For bookings and inquiries, contact him on godisyes10@gmail.com or call 081 63 45 5881. 081 63 45 5881.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
Country people, this is not story time. On top, Echo.
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Good afternoon to you. This is the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 over 3 minutes gone past noon. A sincere apologies for starting off the news behind schedule. This is the station with fair and balanced reporting. My name is Mary Omeni Wode. Here are the headlines. NUJ urges swift response to cattle disruptions in Umuahia. NIMET predicts 3-day haze across the country. Sell 51% stake in NNPCL refineries, Pengerson urges federal government. On the foreign scene, New York orders citywide travel ban as major storm hits the U.S. 19 more Nigerians face U.S. deportation. In the world of sports, EPL, Aroko Dare, 3 others face new wave of social media racism. Details shortly. Reports say the Nigerian Union of Journalists NUJ Abia State Council has called on relevant government authorities in the state to checkmate the continuous movement of cattle in and around the state's capital, Umuahia. The NUJ made the call during the monthly congress at the NUJ State Secretariat in Umuahia, expressing worry that animal dung was messing up some parts of the state. A communique from the NUJ signed by the Abia State Chairman Chidi Asonye and the Secretary Kechuku Onwebu commended the state government for commencing payment of arrears of leave allowances to civil servants in the state, saying that it would encourage the workers to discharge their duties better. The Abia NUJ urged journalists in the state to shun praise singing of those in positions of trust, but hold them accountable in line with the constitutional roles of journalism. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET has predicted dust haze and cloudiness from Monday to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook released in Abuja envisaged a slight dust haze on Monday across the northern region, throughout the focus period. Nimet also urged the public to take necessary precautions as dust particles are in suspension over the northern region, north central region, and inland states of the south. According to the agency, people with asthmatic health conditions and other respiratory issues should be cautious of the weather condition. And over to Ekiti State, where the Ekiti State government has condemned the outrageous house rents in the state as it announced the establishment of an estate agents tribunal known as the Estate Agents Committee of Ekiti State, comprising representatives from various stakeholders to address arbitrary rent increase. The special advisor to the governor on housing and mortgage development, Dr. Boyega Oloniyo, highlighted government housing efforts, saying that the state government under Governor Biodun Oyebanji is building a lot of estates. He appealed to the federal government to reduce building material costs. Oloniyo had earlier disclosed during a meeting of government representatives with real estate stakeholders under the aegis of Estate Rent and Commission Agents of Nigeria, Ekiti State Chapter, that the state government will soon enact laws and regulations to check arbitrary rent increases. And over to security matters. Troops of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, or PHK, have killed 25 Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters, lost one soldier, and injured several others while repelling coordinated terrorist attacks in Limankara and Kukawa, Borno states. The assaults targeted multiple fronts but were swiftly repelled, underscoring the growing operational pressure on terrorist camps, logistic routes, and leadership networks across the region. Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, who's the Media Information Officer of JTF OPHK, stated that the troops conducted precision operations in Lamusheri village, Gujba local government area, a known terrorist hub and logistics base. During the operation, 15 terrorists were killed, defensive structures destroyed. Weapons and ammunition and vehicles were either recovered or set ablaze. Lieutenant Colonel Uba commended the troops for their courage, discipline, and operational excellence, noting that the series of engagements has significantly degraded terrorist capacity in the region. He therefore emphasized that these operations reflect the growing desperation of insurgent groups under sustained military pressure. It's exactly 8 minutes past noon. If you just joined us, you're listening to the global news right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Here's a recap of the headlines. NUJ urges swift response to cattle disruptions in Umuahia. And Nimet predicts 3-day haze across the country. Sell 51% stake in NNPCL refineries. Pengerson urges federal government.
Report the incident or any of the Imo sector hotline 0913-960-0904. Provide as much information as possible, including the location of the crash and the number of people involved. Stay on the line to receive guidance from the core response team. The sector commander urges all citizens to take an active role in promoting road safety by promptly reporting any road crashes. Together, we can work towards reducing the rate of road crash fatalities and creating safer roads for everyone. This message is brought to you by Echo FM 100.7 in partnership with the Federal Road Safety Corps Imo Sector Command as part of our corporate social responsibility. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're listening to the global news right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Over now to the rest of the stories. And in business news, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria has renewed its call for the federal government to divest majority of the shares in the nation's state-owned refineries, urging authorities to adopt the Nigeria NLG model by selling at least 51% equity to core investors. Under this arrangement, the government will retain a minority stake while selling majority shareholding to core investors. The national president of Pengassan and the Trade Union Congress, Festus Osifo, stated that the union had consistently canvassed partial privatization of the refineries over the past 2 decades, insisting that government ownership structure had hindered efficiency and commercial viability. Over now to the foreign scene, where New York has ordered drivers off the road and shut down schools while residents braced for a massive snowstorm hitting the northeast of the United States. Tens of millions of Americans from the U.S. capital, Washington, to the northern state of Maine have prepared for up to 2 centimeters of snow forecast in some areas. The storm had already begun to hit New York, slashing visibility to the extent that skyscrapers of Wall Street were barely visible from the adjacent borough of Brooklyn. Power outages are likely due to heavy snow and strong wind. Meanwhile, more than 5,000 flights have been cancelled. The storm comes just weeks after the region recovered from another devastating winter weather system that was linked to more than 100 deaths. And still on the foreign scene this afternoon, no fewer than 19 additional Nigerians have been named on the United States government's worst of the worst criminal list and are scheduled for deportation. Finding shows that the latest update has increased the total number of Nigerians slated for deportation to 113. The new list, or the newly listed individuals, were convicted of offenses ranging from sexual assault of a minor, fraud, assault, drug trafficking, and money laundering, amongst others. A note accompanied the list stated that the convicts were arrested by officials of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and will be deported after the completion of immigration procedures. The development comes amid a sustained crackdown by the U.S. authorities on criminals and undocumented migrants. According to reports earlier, 79 convicted Nigerians were initially listed for deportation following their arrest by ICE. The number has since risen to 113 within the last 3 weeks. And lastly, on sports news, Super Eagles forward and Wolves striker Tolu Arokodare has become the latest Premier League player to be subjected to racist abuse on social media. According to reports, the Wolves forward received a series of racist messages following his side's 1-0 defeat at Crystal Palace, a match in which he had a first-half penalty saved before a late winner settled the contest. The club pledged its full support to the Nigerian international and confirmed that it is working with relevant authorities and social media platforms to identify those responsible for the abuse. Arokodare was not alone, as Sunderland's winger Romain Mondo also received racist messages after his substitute appearance in a 3-1 home defeat by Fulham. The incidents followed similar abuse directed at Burnley midfielder Hannibal Mejbri and Chelsea's defender Wesley Fofana after their sides played out a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. Despite ongoing campaigns and partnership with authorities and social media companies, racist abuse remains a recurring issue in English football, leaving players and clubs once again calling for stronger, more decisive action. And that's all for the global news this afternoon, edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, please visit our social media platforms on Facebook at Echo FM or Echo FM 100.7, X at Echo FM_Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, and YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting www.echofm.net, that is www.echofm.net. My name is Mary Omeniwode. Thank you for listening. Do have yourselves a lovely afternoon.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Imo State, are you ready? Are you a landlord, tenant, a developer, a real estate investor, an agent, or a lover of property?